Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to the AquaDreams channel. I'm Ash, and this is another one of the kind of monthly... It's kind of turned into like a little vlog where I just kind of talk about how I'm doing, how I've made progression, and it's just kind of a way to track my progress through the years, or year as... there's a lot of struggle in my life for sure, and it's good for me to make these so I can look back and actually feel like progress has been made. Where I was at in February, I think I was in a fairly garbage state, and I was struggling. I was particularly struggling. I was going through a lot of the universal credit stuff at the time, which will break anybody's confidence. And I was in that apathetic, depressive state where you don't actually enjoy things. And that, honestly, like, apathy and depression feels like it's got to be a killer, because you just don't take any enjoyment in anything. But, obviously some things have been different this month, some things have not. I went to the doctor, and I was put on some tablets called tazapine, which is a antidepressant, I believe, which helps with sleep, depression, and anxiety. And how has it done? Well, I have slept dramatically better. You can probably tell I don't have immense panda eyes right now, because when I actually sleep, I actually get proper, genuine, deep sleep. Like, I'd usually wake up like 5 times in the night because I'm just bad at sleep. But on these pills, they have dramatically helped me sleep, which is... I can understand why people enjoy it. I can understand why people find themselves getting so much of it. But it's never really been a luxury that I've had. So it's definitely helped me on the sleep front. It also helps subdue a lot of the anxiety that I face, honestly, on a regular daily basis. Because obviously before I would just feel very anxious pretty much at all times. I would struggle to feel comfortable and calm, and I wouldn't really be able to handle my moods, which it also has definitely helped with. Even when I go outside, which would be a massive spike in anxiety, and I'd even begin to believe that I was being followed, that has pretty much gone away. It's done a really good job at subduing my anxiety and allowing me to sleep. And, well, also during this month, or last month, I proceeded to actually feel a little bit more normal again. Like, basically, a lot of the universal credit stuff has been worked through, just waiting on a few final things, but fundamentally I'm on the base wage from it, and I have money coming in, and I'm not constantly yelled at to go get a job, despite being fairly incapable. So that's been good, and as that has... Excuse me. As that has helped settle down, obviously I've been able to just kind of sit with myself and assess what's been going wrong, and I've been working towards feeling better. And there was a moment in the month where I genuinely started to feel things again, and that, I feel like it's probably one of my least favorite parts of my depression, as it's a very apathetic, very lethargic, I don't want to do anything because I don't feel anything. And that's probably one of the worst parts about it, because days just drag on. Because every waking moment I would spend, I would just sit there anxious and sad and miserable because I didn't want to do anything, but I had to do things, but it just wouldn't work, you know, like it just wouldn't output the way I'd want it to. So it was quite good at helping me get through that. And as I said, this month I did start enjoying things, and I firmly suggest I'm out of my depression for now. Obviously, the second that any actual like universal credit type stuff goes down, I'll obviously dip a little bit and struggle, because I hate those things, and they're one of the biggest drivers of anxiety that I've faced in a long time. But regardless, it is fairly I don't think there's too much left to do on that front, fortunately. So hopefully I should just be left to be able to just chill out by myself for now. And that has allowed me, obviously, to work on not being as miserable and actually enjoy things again. And I have been enjoying things again, which is a big bonus, because ultimately, when you don't enjoy things, you kind of start to question, like, what's even the fucking point? Like, why? It's just long, arduous day to long, arduous day. But now we're at the stage where I'm feeling good enough to do things again. But the main issue is I'm not fully there, or at least where I want to be. As I'm in that stage where I do want to work on things, but fundamentally finding the motivation to work on things is hard. So I think my brain's just trying to fundamentally enjoy the not feeling bad, but it also means I'm not working on anything really. Like, obviously I start off the month with the three main priorities being Easy Entertained, streaming, and watching Wolford. And only one of those is currently happening for me. Watching Wolford is the EastEnders weekly podcast that I do with myself and Biggie. And why do I keep doing it? Well, it's just a fairly easy piece of content to make, and because it's all concentrated in one topic, it's also fun to see it at least grow a little bit. We got algorithmed, which was fun, and you know, we're slowly building stuff there, and I'm pleased with how it's going. Easy Entertained has pretty much been on a hiatus. Both me and Slater have said, yeah, we can probably start working on videos again, but also just the drive to do it hasn't really resurfaced. And that's just similar to the streaming, because even though I do really enjoy the streaming, there's just, I don't know, there's some aspect in my head where it isn't quite clicking at the minute. And I would like it to, because I do enjoy streaming and I do enjoy chatting to you lot, but there's something in my head that just decides that it's a bit much effort at the minute. And obviously, once I get through it, I'll stream more, because I do fundamentally really enjoy it. But ultimately, who knows? Obviously, I found a quite nice way to do song requests and have fun with it, whilst also just be able to chill and listen to music, which I think has resulted in some fun streams. Even if people haven't suggested music, that's perfectly fine, because I just get to listen to the music for the playlist I made myself. How would I describe March? I think it was a very frustrating month, I guess. There was a lot of work put in to feel better, but it still felt a bit like I've been enjoying myself for the most part, but I've also dealt with a lot of frustration. And I think that's kind of a new side of my new pills, because I wasn't ever really feeling frustrated, but I describe myself as very emotionally stunted. But on these pills, I feel like I fundamentally have an emotional response to a lot of things, which I'm not particularly used to. So it's been a a stiff adjustment for sure. It's not ideal, but it's probably for the best. It means I'm actually functioning the way I should. It's just I'm so used to being emotionally stunted that feeling things and getting like annoyed by silly little things, it's not really me, and it's not really how I've functioned for the longest time. So it's strange. It's very strange. Yeah, I think that's mostly how I've been doing. Obviously, so I've reached a point where I'm somewhat doing good again, and I'm progressing. Obviously, a little setback could easily throw me and send me into a bit of a pit again. Fundamentally, we've made progress and we're moving forward. I am still working on trying to make more content stuff, but it has been a bit of a struggle on that front. As I've said, I've only really made Watching Walford, and that's just me talking about EastEnders, which I'm watching anyways, and making videos about it. So that's something I'm going to be working on a lot in April, because I would like to be streaming again. I would like to be making like easy entertained videos, but I'm struggling to find the motivation at the minute. So I'd say it's the month of progress, as I now have stable money coming in, which is a big relief that I don't need to worry about anymore, as I can just allow it to like build up and actually pay for things and actually treat myself and not be like, oh Christ, well, you went out with Jake and you had food, so that's like this much off your current money and you might not be able to pay for shopping. And that's been nice to have. It's been quite fun to be able to actually spend money. Obviously, I'm not being dumb about it. I'm treating it as it is, and I am aiming to save up for a new PC. So it is good and it is exciting. But it's also a slow burner. And yeah, I'm working on hopefully doing some streams at some point, and hopefully making some more videos. March has been the year of progress, as I've suggested, and I hope everybody's doing just fine without me. I'll be there when I fundamentally feel like I can, but right now that's not the case. But that's not particularly important either, as I pride myself on at least realizing that a lot of you are probably doing just fine without my input. However, to everyone who does watch these, and even if you don't say anything but you watch it and you at least acknowledge, I do appreciate that. It's nice to feel I always claim to be transparent, and that's not always the case, because I'm not very good at informing people what's going on in the old cranium. And I like these videos as a frank, open, and honest way to express and truly reflect on how the month's been going. So, what else is there to say, really? Don't think there's much else. You have any things you want to ask about, and tell me in the comments down below. But fundamentally, thank you for watching, and join me in April when we next confront our inner demons and deal with whatever is going on. I've been Ash. Thank you for supporting me and being there, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.